ultimately about addressing the issue of a lack of accountability, promoting accountability, addressing the issue of power, and listening. And I think critically this is listening to those affected by crises.
I have been involved from the HAP called Humanitarian Accountability Partnership. I said that, look, I consider the accountability to the affected population is a political rights of the affected population.
We have to be, self-reflective and honest. Non-government organisations and others, including, the UN and indeed governments themselves, really have dropped the ball in so many areas. There was a need, I think, for a much higher standard of accountability in the way that those international responses happened.
What motivated me to join the board was I looked at the opportunity of advocating for the national organizations, because at that time the local organizations and the national organizations were really, really few in the Alliance. The Alliance was considered an organization of a movement of elitists, and I thought the local organizations would benefit from being part of the Alliance.
And it's been a very rewarding to be a part of the CHSA journey over the past 6 years as a board member. It's been a privilege to experience the growth and the global uptake of the CHS as a universal accountability standard. I'm really proud of how the Alliance has grown in terms of the uptake of the CHS at the global level, the collaborative efforts, and the level of membership engagement as well. I think one of the major highlights during my tenure as board member has also been the revision of the CHS. So we now have a standard that is even more fit for purpose.
Because at the time when I joined, I think it was the number of national organizations were less than a third. And now, considering that we are halfway through, about 50% of the national organizations in the Alliance, I think that is a great achievement.
But I do think that a greater capacity on the part of the Alliance to work with national organisations, to see what is and is not working on the ground in particular countries, what value add can the Alliance play to looking to see what world's best practice is.
Now it is the era of convergence. I believe on complementarity and inclusiveness. We need all the actors. Local and national leaders will lead in the local and national level, but for management and technical assistance and funding, we need the involvement of international actors. We have to accept this.
So my hope is that the Alliance further deepens the collective understanding of what it takes to remain community-centered, principled and effective amidst uncertainty and shifting aid priorities. As members of the CHS Alliance, we all must play a role.
CHS Alliance is no longer seen as an elitist group, as a membership for international organizations, but more and more national organizations are looking at it as an entity where they can benefit and grow and be more accountable and improve on their standards.
But I would really underline it's not an either or. So it's not we should stop doing accountability because we need more money for programming. I think the important thing is to recognise the importance of the richness of the learning and the importance of the learning that's come out to CHS over the last 10 years, and that we work to adapt it and make it cost effective, of course, but also adapted to the current environment and world in which we work. But certainly it shouldn't be diluted.
Years of trust building and credibility with affected communities are being eroded, leaving frontline organizations and their staff to defend decisions that they never endorsed. The principles of accountability are under severe strain as these organizations also face a lot of ethical dilemmas. think the biggest challenge we are facing currently is the impact of shifting aid priorities on communities, on national staff, and frontline organizations. We need to ensure that the momentum we have built over the last 10 years around accountability is not undermined.
10 years of the CHS is an important milestone, especially as it comes in the midst of the current resource challenges in the aid sector. As we navigate these difficult times, it's going to be more important than ever that we keep people affected by crisis as the driving agents of our work. A huge thank you to all our members and partners committed to the CHS, and I hope we can keep working together for even greater shifts. That means that we can truly be held to account by the communities. Thank you.